Okay, I believe you're streaming now. Hi, everyone. This is the quality key review for the month of May, calendar year 2022. We can go ahead and start fielding questions right away. The slide deck is linked in Roman numeral 4, item 4.
Mac, I have a clarifying question. We added visual review to review apps. What does that mean?
We added, there's a visual review feature, and we added as an additional feature in the pipeline so that the designers can add visual review comments in addition to the review apps.
And to expand on the goal here, so dog twinning a feature is one, but the product design review workflow was really inefficient. They would have GDK problems and things like that. So this gives designers a way to provide feedback within that review app that goes right back to the MR and allows for collaboration with the different engineers.
Oh, so this is that if I look at the review app, I can click some toolbar or something like that and then just draw a circle around whatever's the problem?
Exactly, yeah. So you can comment on a specific page in the review app. It links so that the engineer can go right there and see it. And it's GitLab, like the GitLab application that's deployed. It has nothing to do with the feature. We're just using the feature that's already there within our review app deployment process to allow for that feedback to come a bit easier and linked to screenshots and things like that.
Yeah, let's say in this, maybe this doesn't work or something. It's stuck on, okay. I think the author tried to link to visual reviews, but this is, since this is also a header, it gets stuck here instead of, even that doesn't work. Cool, yeah, so it's about giving feedback here. Thanks. How's the collaboration with marketing going to increase the number of contributors? It's one of those things where quality is doing work, marketing is doing work. How does that go? How can I help?
So collaboration has been okay so far. We are aligned on pushing the reviews after marketing has done their outreach from, I think they did QCon earlier on, and then now we have a good influx of MRs coming in. I think ensuring that we have teams to help reviews it. I think right now we're starting to see influx of MRs coming in, but they're taking time to review merge requests, and I think we need incentives for teams to review the wider community as well, in addition to their teams merge requests. We've seen some uptick in MR in some of the product groups, and we're trying to get more data around this to focus on those. I think a lot of the outreach has been simple MRs, for example, documentation fixes, typo fixes, and front-end fixes and all that. I think it should still to continue to get a good number of influx of MRs coming in month to month.
Yeah, thanks for that. I agree. I talked with Christopher in the key meeting this morning that I'd love to see a headline number that includes the wider community MRs, so that when development department looks at their MR rate, those count as wins too. They have to review them. So it is work. And I think we should just count it. And the second thing is I still think we need resident contributors at companies and make that into a formal program in order to reach our long-term goals.
Thank you, Sid. We also started to get some additional focus around raw this quarter. We're not committed to increasing the number of dollars yet, but we are tracking more MRs being merged from customers, and we will reach out to the companies that contributed this past 2 months and start a conversation around that and pitching the customers as contributors to them.
Awesome, thank you.
I also want to point out that we did some analysis within the team, and we think that the tipping point of having contributors stick with us is at 10 contributions per year. We've seen that if the contributors are doing more than 10 MRs in a year, they tend to do more on their own afterwards. And it's also a signal that I think this number could be lower from other community when compared to other communities. From what Nick has told me, we wanted to see around 5 to 6, but ours is 10. It could be that we need to improve the contribution experience and make it easier to contribute overall, be the review process, making sure it gets merged in a timely manner. And that would help with retaining contributors and getting constant contributions.
Cool. Also, I'm super interested in hearing kind of anecdotal kind of attributes of those people who are above who do more than 10. Like, what kind of companies do they work for? What is their job title? Why are they contributing? Things like that would be super helpful. I think most of the work for GitLab Dedicated got done, right? In Get. How is that closed out now?
In slide 4, we have 2 more features that were planned, which is the encryption in transit and then supporting Elasticsearch. Those were the final 2 that were requested and asked.
Cool. Well, great job on supporting that team. A lot of things in the company to come together, including changing Get. So I know there's a lot of competing priorities, but appreciate the speed with which you did that. And it's pivotal it's really important project for GitLab, that third way of delivering. And so really grateful for the support. Well done.
Thank you, Sid. And I don't see any additional questions. Okay. Thank you, folks. I think that's the end of the agenda that we have today. And thank you for the conversations and feedback.